Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be taking on the brand new endgame mode introduced in 2.3, Apocalyptic Shadow, for the very first time. Now, I do know that we have to fight both Cocolia and Argenti, and they have some special mechanics. If I'm being honest, I'm not too certain what those special mechanics are. I did do stages 1 to 3, but I just unga-bungaed my way through, and I'm probably going to try doing that on the 4th stage, so yeah, it's going to be quite entertaining. Like I said, I haven't tried it yet, but with that being said, let's just get right into it and check out the teams we are going to be using. Okay, so as you can see, I mean, other than the little 66 score I got because I realized I wasn't recording, so I had to exit, we are going to be using ourselves a nice dot Acheron team along with the ultimate blessing because we want to focus a bit more on our Acheron's ult damage rather than our DOT damage. And that only applies when we break the enemy, so yeah, since I can't guarantee how often we break the enemy, I do want to focus on Acheron's ult damage instead. But anyway, we are, we would normally do, I am just going to go into Black Swan's technique. Hopefully we got a max roll for aventurine. Never mind, but we should be fine either way. Okay then, now let's see. There is the Japad summon. She's going to summon her pillars here as well. Now the nice thing is they deal damage to our entire team, which means, first of all, our aventurine is going to be getting hit, which is going to give us stacks for our Acheron, because obviously we do have one on the trend of the universal icon. Now, obviously all our 5 stars are E0S0. I will show off builds at the end of the video, but yeah, anyway, the pillars have taken quite a fair bit of damage. I don't like the fact that they are targeting our Acheron right now. Hopefully that does not continue. Okay, luckily we do get aventurine shield. Okay, that's one pillar down. Okay, she tried going for... Okay, the 50% effect rest from our aventurine is coming in clutch right now. He's getting a lot of stacks, and our Acheron is quite a far way there as well. Anyway, we are just going to use our skill and ulti, so we get the defense shred and then also the epiphany, although I can't guarantee the uptime on it. Oh, that's another pillar gone, which is very nice. You know, I'm probably... See... Okay, Japad does have an imaginary weakness, but I do rather just focus Cocolia, and Japad will just be taking collateral damage instead. And now we can, first of all, ult on our Kafka for just a nice little bit of extra damage, get us some more Arcana stacks, and then hit our skill. Don't do too much damage on it, but the boss isn't taking too much damage since she is not weakness broken yet. We should skill here on Acheron first, and so that then our ult can break and we can do more damage using it. And we hit 354k, thank you very much. And we get our ult back once again. Okay, now that I'm thinking about it, I did not know he does that. He did not do that before. I probably should have Acheron ulted now. Oh god, what do I want to do? Okay, I feel maybe go for a skill to increase Arcana stacks. I know we are overstacked on Acheron right now, but let's just see how much damage this will do. 81k. Oh wait, we can hit through the shield. Does the shield own? Okay, never mind, the damage counts what we do. Okay, 618k though, which is nice. Yeah, I am kind of wishing we got our first Acheron ult before Japad did his thing, because first of all, he would have taken more damage from Epiphany, and second of all, yeah, we could have just saved a little bit. Although, we are still going to be able to get another ult in before Cocolia goes, which is nice. I feel like we should be able to kill her before she gets back up, which is very nice. Okay, the thing is, she's going to take more damage during her turn because of Epiphany, but at the same time, she's going to take less damage because weakness broken, and this stage does favor weakness breaks, so I am just going to use our Acheron ult here to hit 485k. Japad is gone, 99k on the dot. And, okay, she's going to be pretty close to death, just as long as she doesn't... Okay, you know what? Please keep on hitting aventurine, I will not mind that. Phase 6k on the skill, you know, it's whatever, but we will take whatever we can get. Now, okay, skill points are a bit tighter, but at the same time, we are gonna go on aventurine soon, but I'll risk it. 35k, when it comes to, oh, actually, we're gonna get even more Arcana stacks, I forgot, because the ult's gonna hit. We do 64k here, and then, Cocolia should be dying relatively soon, if I am being completely honest, although, you know what? I'd rather not take the risk, and I'd rather just use the Acheron ult. And then we can save Black Swan's ult for when she goes next. Ooh, okay, are we gonna get a turn on our Acheron? Okay, we should do before Cocolia, which is nice, after the transformation. Oh, never mind. She just went ahead of us. That's not very nice. I guess Cocolia's Supreme Guardian was never taught manners about skipping in line, but you know what? It is what it is. I feel like I'm still gonna target the Guardian or whatever, because we should be able to take out most of these pillars in our Acheron ult, then Black Swan ult, then Kafka ult. So yeah, we should be fine. I think I'm... do I want to do more weakness to the pillar? I think it's just better off if I just target Thingy herself. Good old Cocolia. It will be nice if she had an imaginary weakness, but no, she has a fire weakness instead. Then again, I guess they had to make Firefly more appealing to pull for somehow, as if the current MOC didn't do that enough. But yeah, let me know what you guys actually think about Apocalyptic Shadow and also how they favor a lot of characters. I will say, one thing I like a lot about Apocalyptic Shadow is you can use various teams. So there's like a break effect buff for this half, as well as an ult buff for Acheron, as well as a dot buff if you just want to run a regular dot team. And then on the second half, you again have a break effect buff. I really need a sneeze, so I might do that in a second. You also have a follow-up buff, so you can do a Dr. Ratio team, and here is also imaginary weak. And then you can also do a I forgot what the other option was. Okay, I think the sneeze is gone. Anyway, unfortunately we did run out of skill points a little bit there, but most of the pillars should be going down. There we go. And yes, please keep hitting our... Okay, she is not frozen anyone, which is lovely. That is the best part about good old aventurine. She is preparing to do a big hit. The question is, if I destroy this pillar, is she still gonna do a big hit? I would assume probably, which is a bit unfortunate, but it's fine. And then 129k on the ult. Again, unfortunate. I wish we could be doing a little bit more damage, but unfortunately, not weakness broken. But you know what? Our Acheron is doing pretty good. I mean, Dot itself just does like decent damage. I mean, first of all, Acheron does a little damage. Dot is good supplementary damage. And yeah, I mean, she does. We still have like quite a fair bit of action value left. I mean, how important... I think speed's actually very important in Apocalyptic Shadow, although you can't tell because you don't have the traditional cycles. But then speed, I think, will determine how much AV you have. And the good thing about our Boothill team is everyone there is over 156 AV. Now, the annoying thing is that our Acheron was CC'd, but luckily, which is very nice, is that she still gets stacks. So it's not as annoying as when someone like, for example, Jing Yuan gets CC'd right before Lightning Lord's turn, and then you can never use your Lightning Lord ever. Okay, so, and also the other nice thing is that her stacks can overcap. Okay, Cocolia is going to be preparing a hit, but she is not going to be able to pull it off because we can break her here with our good old Kafka ult. And that will do 61k, which is nice, and we get all our ults up. Now, it would have been nice if we could have gotten an earlier Acheron ult off. Luckily, she will go next, so it won't be too bad. We can skill here for 52k, and okay, yeah, we can use our aventurine ult here, so which will prevent us from overcap. We won't overcap yet, and she will also get the crit damage increase, and we will be hitting her for 355k. I will gladly take that. Now, once again, we can stack even more buffs on her. Oh, sorry, rather debuffs, because, you know, good old nihility. And then I feel like she's gonna go down in the next Kafka ult. Now, the good thing is we have 3 skill points here, which means we're gonna be able to put on even... Okay, we get to keep on going. The thing is, she will still have the defense on her, but we will be going after Cocolia next. So I am just gonna go for the extra Arcana stacks. She is on 31k right now, so that's gonna be a big hit. And now we get to use our Acheron's ult before she'll probably die from dots. Or maybe she... Okay, she's just going to die from the Acheron ult because we hit 427k. Let's go. Okay then, that's very convenient. Okay, we just about get the 3,300 scoreline you want. Honestly, we could probably go a bit lower because we have a Boothill team on the other half, which should clear very handily. But yeah. Now it's time for our good old Boothill. Now, obviously, we will be taking the break effect buff. One thing I will say is I am running a DPS Gallagher build, so, you know, that's always going to be pretty fun. Obviously, once again, you will see that at the end. Unfortunately, my relics aren't very... See, my relics are pretty optimized, but not, like, complete. So, like, we don't have too much break effect, but then again, we get so much break effect from Harmony MC, Ruan May, and the stage in general that we should be fine. Okay, all these hits are going to be very nice when it comes to giving us a fair bit of energy. What I would normally do is I would normally normal into Gallagher, alt into normal. But the question is, do I want to save my action forward for a little bit later? I think I will. Now, what we are going to do is we're just going to break one pillar real quick. There we go. And we get, actually, it would have been nice if I had used my Harmony MC alt, so then we'd have a little bit more uptime on it. You know, just a little trick you can do there for more uptime on your alts, but it's fine. It's not too bad. Then our Ruan may, I mean, she's not going to break anything, and Gallagher is going to handle that, so might as well just hit this pillar. And then, obviously, with our Boothill, what we... Actually, you know what? I'm going to go for Gallagher first, so that he can go after our Boothill, and it doesn't mess up the turn order. But, yeah, anyway, what we can do now is just... Oh, that doesn't kill, which is unfortunate. I would have preferred having 2 stacks there. That is unfortunate, but you know what? It is what it is. Okay, all the pillars are basically broken. Once again, unfortunately, our Gallagher will... our Boothill will only have 1 stack. I would have much preferred him to have 2. I wonder if that's because we don't have too much break effect on him. But you know what? It won't be too bad. We can use our alt here, deal an 11k, and then, yeah, we don't have much break efficiency because we don't have very many stacks. So, I mean, this is the one thing with Boothill. He does take a little bit of time to ramp up, but when he ramps up, he summoned in his pillars, of course he did. That's annoying. Okay, so the thing is, this isn't very optimal right now, but on the bright side, I suppose, is that we get to refresh, first of all our buffs here, and second of all, if we break and kill a pillar, which we should be able to, then, obviously we are going to be going for the pillar on the left, then we should be able to get 3 stacks. Oh, okay, that works as well, although now we have 2 stacks instead of 3 stacks, which I wanted. Great. I mean, this is helping us in a way that doesn't help us, which is a bit unfortunate. Actually, you know what? Since we have 5 skill points, I should have just skilled on the Ruan May. Whoopsies. Now, since he is down, how much damage are we going to do on our DPS Gallagher? 144k, 201k on a basic attack. I will show his build at the end. It's nothing spectacular, but 300 face... Dude, we literally don't even need a Boothill right now. Like, what is this damage? Now, on the bright side, we will be able to get a stack here from winning the 1v1 with Argenti. There we go, 350k there. Dude, this team, honestly, some people say you should run Bronya with Boothill. I agree, that's probably better for personal damage, but if you can afford to build a DPS Gallagher, I would definitely recommend the Harmony MC and Ruan May team, especially if you can speed tune it between the 156 and 159 range. Because then you will easily be able to clear in probably the 3rd cycle normally. And I think that's actually how many cycles we have in Apocalyptic Shadow, although I'm not too sure. Someone can tell me how speed works in this game mode. I'm not entirely certain myself. Now, do we want to skill here? I mean, there's no reason not to. If we're being real, 102k, and is he going to die from Super Break? Not yet. Oh well. Luckily, Argenti won't be killing us, which is very useful. No. Why have you done this to me? Dude, oh, what is this? We're taunted? Okay then, like I said, I'm not too sure for the mechanics of this mode, but we are finding out the hard way now. The good thing is we still have 1,632 AV. It feels like it's going down pretty slow. I don't know if that's just because we absolutely destroyed him in the first half with all the damage we were doing, or if that's because of, what's it called again? Or if that's because of speed, because we have quite a fair bit of speed on all our units, but whatever, it is what it is. Now we are going to be able to ult here, and I might as well not wait. This is also going to do a nice fair bit of damage to good old Argenti. Unfortunately, we can't switch our target to him, but that's one more piece down. Unfortunately, the ice one is still going to live another turn, but our Boothill isn't taunted, which is the most important part. Now, we are just going to use our ult here, so we can just shred a little bit more weakness, and then... okay, this won't break his toughness bar because it is incredibly large. There is a joke to be made there, which I will not be making because I'm more mature than that. Not really, but you know, gotta. Anyway, I forgot to ruan May's skill. This is so, dude. If I ruan May's skill, we would have broken him right there on our Boothill. Oh, that's annoying. But you know what? Maybe we'll be able, you know what? Considering how easy we melted him earlier, we should be able to clear this pretty easy. I didn't skill again. Yeah, you know what? Using ruan May's skill is overrated. That is my excuse. Now let's see. Harmony MC 222k. Gallagher 51k on a normal attack. How much on his ult? 102k. How much on the enhanced skill? 154k. Now obviously these numbers are inflated because of the blessing helping us and all of that stuff. But you know what? It's fine. Now let's see how much. 900k on Boothill. Whoa. Okay. Remember, this is an E0S0 Boothill. Okay, that is quite something. Let's just say that's a lot of damage. Yeah, now obviously this stage is helped a lot by the fact that first of all we get a break effect blessing, and also they take more damage in the weakness broken state, and we get skill points back and whatever. But yeah, as you can tell, just this team as soon as someone's broken, they die. Like, this team has a very good baseline of damage, even if I feel like, even if there's an apocalyptic shadow which doesn't break in favor of break effect, even in like the blessings you get to choose or the buff in the cycle itself, I feel like break effect teams will still be very strong, especially Boothill ones, as long as you can break minions and they don't lock their weakness bar like an enemy like Sam does, for example. But yeah, this team, as you can tell, incredibly strong. We did manage to clear with 186 AV to spare. So yeah, on the point scoring system we did pretty well, and this was basically a first try, you know. I didn't have to retry for either half. We just did it in one go, and yeah, it was pretty simple. Be sure to let me know how you guys felt about the difficulty and what score you guys were able to get, as well as some of the characters you used and like their builds and stuff like that. Be sure to share. And yeah, with that being said, as you can tell, you know, still not over 900k damage on Boothill, but yeah, with that being said, we will move on to the character builds before we end off the video. Okay, so a quick disclaimer, I got a little bit lazy yesterday and put off recording the character builds until today, but our builds have changed ever so slightly. I mean, it's not a big change, the only difference was I tried speed tuning a little bit better so that our Boothill has 156, Gallagher has 157, and then ruan May and Trailblazer both have 158. So that's the only real difference, honestly. I mean, we hit all the breakpoints we needed. We had over 300 break effect on our Boothill and over 250 on our Gallagher anyway, so it won't make a massive difference. But if you guys see any change in like some like HP values or anything, I just thought I should point that out. So yeah, but with that being said, going into our character build now, our Boothill has around 190 break effect. Obviously in battle, right now this is 155 speed, but when it with 145 speed, but with ruan May this will go up to 156, which is exactly the amount we need to get an extra turn on the 4th cycle, so we can pretty handily clear in 4 cycles, and also brings it up to speed with the entire team. That's, if you know, I'm not gonna go into speed breakpoints, but if you guys know like the big speed breakpoint graphs, then that's what I was aiming for. Just have him on the 5-star Lightcom for the base stats. Traces fully maxed out. This is how our relics are looking. I just wanted to get a blend between good speed and good break effect. Now, as you can tell, our pieces aren't amazing. For example, we literally don't have any break effect on our boots, but we have 24.3 defense. So, yeah, that is quite something. Luckily, our sphere and rope get the job done. But yeah, for example, like a piece like this, I can easily upgrade, or a piece like this, or rather a piece like this. But it's all about just getting the perfect speed stats and as well as the break effect breakpoints I wanted. But yeah, that's it for our Gallagher. Now for the probably the most fun build of this team. Now I will say we don't have the break effect light cone. I don't have it leveled up or S5 yet, but that's probably something I will do in the future. But luckily this does give us a nice little bit of outgoing healing, which, you know, is nice. And then his traces are fairly leveled up, just a couple missing. And then as you can see, we are using, first of all, the break effect set, as well as the Kalpani lantern planar ornaments, which you normally use on your fireflies. So yeah, I mean, once again, it's just a matter of getting I mean, we mainly focused on speed for our Gallagher, although he will give himself a fair bit of break effect as well. Oh yeah, I should probably mention that obviously they do have some invisible break effects. So for example, we also have 10 speed on this piece as well as break effect, which is kind of insane, and it's still not level 15 yet. But I mean, first of all, this does in the stats page you won't see the 40% break effect, as well as 20% break effect missing from our Boothill in the stats page. But yeah, we are missing like 40% break effect on our Gallagher there, as well as ER, just so that he can get his alt and enhanced basic up a little bit more. But yeah, that's how his stats are looking. Now, I should mention when it comes to the, obviously remember, like I mentioned, you will get the 40 from the set, so that goes up to 93. And then from our Ruan, May, and Harmony MC, we get anywhere between 110 to 160 extra break effect, depending on the what buffs they have up, whether it's like Harmony MC's alt, the Watchmaker set, and then also that, but their passives will give us about 110% break effect, which is very nice for us. And then yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna go quickly through the rest of the builds. You know, nothing incredible, like I said. They're just speed tuned and made sure to have enough speed and break effect in order to really buff up our supports. Now, again, yeah, you know, builds, nothing special, kind of what you would expect from a free-to-play, or maybe just a bit more speed tuning, but yeah, that's basically it for our break effect team. When it comes to our Acheron team, it's just a staple on the channel. You know, a 111 speed on our Acheron goes up to like 60 crit, 74 crit, 163 crit damage goes up to about 173. Good night sleep well. Trace is mostly maxed out, and then this is how our relics look, as well as obviously E0. Same thing for Kafka and Black Swan. 146 speed on our Black Swan, so that she can go just before our Kafka, and then they're both on Eyes of the Prey and have their traces mostly maxed out, ignoring that we saw a few bits of gaps there in Thingy's build, Kafka's. And then we have our aventurine with 57 effect hit rate, so that we can basically guarantee ourselves getting this buff from the Trend Light Cone. I don't believe I have any super impositions for it, do I? No, I do not. Unfortunate. Oh, whoops. And then, yeah, just, you know, like final bits and pieces, traces, relics, and eidolons. So yeah, that's basically it for our character builds. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. And with that being said, hopefully I will see you guys next time. See ya.